Hello and welcome into another edition of FSU Weather. It's February 27th, 2018. I'm student meteorologist Tevin Wooten.
And I'm student meteorologist Jennifer Collins, and we had a pretty nice day today.
We did have a really nice day, a little bit cooler than yesterday, but also dry. Yesterday we had a few splash and dash showers during the midday hour, like 11:30. Today, none of that. Plenty of sunny skies. I loved it.
There's a little bit of an overcast in the beginning part of the day.
That is true. I got a little bit worried we weren't going to see the sun, but the second half of the day we started to see some more sunshine.
It cleared out.
It cleared out.
It felt a little more warm when I walked outside. I walked across campus and I wasn't sweating, so I like that.
That's always a plus, especially as we get into the warmer months. You know, people start to, we wear layers in the morning and then get rid of them in the afternoon. But you didn't really have to get rid of layers if you have them. We had a few winds from the northwest at about maybe 5 to 10. But it was really nice today.
But it's allergy season.
It is.
I walked out to my car and I saw my car was covered in pollen. I'd washed my car this weekend and it was not a very happy sight.
It looks like somebody just takes chalk every single morning and scrapes it on the top of my car.
Green chalk.
Green for you. Yellow for me at my house.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it gets in your sinuses and it doesn't feel very nice.
Yeah, that pollen report starts to go up, or the pollen count starts to go up, and we have to watch those allergy reports a little bit more carefully than we do.
We actually have an allergy report for today in one of our local segments. So
tune in for that.
Yep, and with that, we're actually going to send things out to the wall with Michael. He's going to give us a look at what's going to happen throughout the rest of the show tonight.
Thanks, Jennifer and Tevin. So right now outside, it is 72 degrees, and you're wondering, it was cooler today. It actually felt cooler for a while here in the Tallahassee area. What was the reason behind that? You see a lot of low-level cloudiness here across the Big Bend region and especially in South Georgia today. That was due to, one, a cold front moving through, and two, we had this northeasterly flow bringing in some moisture from the Atlantic, allowing clouds to linger throughout the entire day. A lot of places in South Georgia actually struggled to get to 70 degrees today. But for a 3-day forecast, you'll see we warm up back into the 80s by Thursday, but we do introduce a rain chance because of another front entering our region. But as we move into Friday, it starts to get much cooler, back to what we're supposed to be for February and March. Some of the coolest air we've experienced in a while here in Tallahassee. Now for tonight's show, we are expecting rain later in the week due to that cold front. However, it's going to be an awesome weekend, typical for what we're experiencing for this time in March. Again, we're going to look at that cold front, but for now, we're going to send it back to the desk.
Thank you, Michael. And as we take a look at the rain that we saw this past weekend across the United States, and even another cold front that's going to make its way across the eastern half of the United States, is flooding in many of these areas.
Oh, yes. Flooding in the Ohio River right now is crazy. I'm from Louisville, and my mom has been sending me crazy flooding pictures, like this one right here. I'm pretty sure this is River Road in Louisville. This is supposed to be a road, but there's boats here. This picture was taken from cbsnews.com, but this water is supposed to be a road.
That looks like a river or a canal.
Like, I have walked on that road before. That is the old water tower, and behind that building actually is the rivers, but now that's the river.
Yes, this flooding in many parts of Louisville and other areas is because of these systems that have been coming through, dropping a ton of rain on these areas. Like some estimates are about 40 billion gallons of rainwater has fallen in these areas.
Insane, and it's coming to more. I'm pretty sure it is like another front is supposed to come through there, so they're going to get more rain throughout the week, and it's also from the snow that melts from the north that also comes down the river. So
many of these areas, homes are actually being flooded in some areas. So this is going to be a long cleanup after this flooding in these areas.
And like people have been evacuated from their houses. Like it's a very serious thing actually, and you need to take it seriously.
Did you ever experience something like that?
I did not live on the river, but like I've seen like River Road flooded before and like not allowed to drive on it, but I've honestly never seen it this bad.
Isn't this like a once in a? I think happened 21 years ago.
Yeah, this is the first time it has been this high in 21 years. So yeah, I've not seen anything like that because I'm not 21 years old yet.
Very true. I've never experienced anything like that.
Yeah,
I've had like localized flooding from heavy rain events, but never something where it's like rivers are overflowing.
Yeah, and the river is not very pretty either. It's not the pretty blue ocean water. So
yeah, there's probably some nasty
after the cleanup is going to be a lot of work because there is a lot of nasty stuff in that river.
Especially in some homes, which like if the flooding continues to happen, these homes could be underwater for weeks.
Yeah. Apparently they are predicting that the river should drop 10 feet by Sunday, but it's still going to be over its like natural limit. So
yeah, with the cold front moving on through Thursday. Pictures like we're showing you right now, those workers are actually boating their way around, probably
down the road.
most likely rescuing people who are
yes.
affected.
I think most people are safe though because they had like time to prepare for this, but
as we take a look at what's going to happen locally here around Tallahassee, in the past 20 hours we've seen a ranging temperatures. This morning we had a dip in temperature, 57 degrees at around 5 a.m. So that was our low for today, but by the afternoon hours we heated up well into the 70s, 72 degrees for 5 p.m. heading into the show tonight. But taking a look, we're seeing above average temperatures, even our lows 56 degrees from this morning, above our average of 44 degrees, but the high only slightly above average for this time of the year. 70 degrees is our average around this time, but currently across the Big Bend region we're seeing temperature about 72 degrees. We're having the partly cloudy skies because dew points are still in the air, but 55%, so when you walk across campus it won't feel as bad here at Florida State, with that northeast wind at about 9 miles per hour. And across the Big Bend region we're seeing temperatures in the upper 60s to low 70s, 72 degrees for Perry, 71 degrees for Monticello, and 72 for Tallahassee. 68 degrees for Thomasville. These areas in the northern part of our counties are seeing some cooler temperatures for this time. 65 degrees for Valdosta as well. But the winds are mainly coming out of the east ahead of a cold front that's going to make its way across in the next few days. 10 miles per hour out of Valdosta is one of our gustier spots, as well as 9 miles per hour in Thomasville. Mariana is also seeing winds coming out of the east at about 10 miles per hour. Apalachicola as well, 10 miles per hour. So all these areas are seeing some lighter winds, calmer winds, but we have some cloud cover across the Big Bend region. So on and off clouds heading into the overnight hours. It should keep us a little bit cool, a little bit warmer and cooler for most areas of the Big Bend region. Tonight's forecast, we'll see temperatures in 57 degrees. Like I said, it's going to be a cloudier night. We'll have the fog mainly in the morning hours because dew points are reaching actual temperatures in the air. So that wind with the east out of the 5 miles per hour, it should be a relatively comfortable night when you head outside. For tomorrow, though, 76 degrees. We'll keep warming up compared to today. The high temperature today was 72 degrees, whereas tomorrow we'll see temperatures at 76 degrees, so it's certainly going to warm up throughout the afternoon. But we'll also have clouds staying in our area, mainly partly cloudy, with that east wind about 5 to 10 miles per hour ahead of that cold front that's going to make its way on through. In your 7-day forecast, like I said, cold front Thursday and Friday with that 40% chance of rain on Thursday, but sunshine heading into the weekend, so it should be a great day to head outside. Ariana, what's going on around Florida?
I'm about to tell you what's going on around Florida right now, Jennifer, actually. So, like Jennifer said, we are going to be seeing that cold front coming in on Thursday, but currently around Florida, it ended up being a beautiful day today. It started out a little bit cloudy, but the Sunshine State came out today for the end of the day. But right now in Tallahassee, we have 72 degrees. Pensacola, you're at 70, and all around Florida, it is high 70s, low 80s. It is feeling beautiful outside. It is a little cloudy down in the south, but it is going to be, it was a beautiful day actually, and I'm sure it's going to be a beautiful day tomorrow too. That satellite radar over here, those clouds, they are moving out of our area now, but earlier today you probably saw those clouds, and it was a bit chilly earlier today. If you were walking to class, you may have felt the wind. It was a little gusty and the sun wasn't out, but the clouds left us and it ended up being a beautiful day, like I said. The current winds are coming in from the east and pushing their way through the east and the south. And it was a little bit gusty, like I said, but it wasn't too horrible, nothing that you can't deal with. My hair wasn't blowing around that much, no big deal. Those dew points, though, in the mid to high 50s and 60s in the south, so you may have felt that humidity, that there may have been a little moisture in the air, you may have felt it on your skin, but it was nothing like last week where it was super humid. My hair was a puffball last week, so it's not too bad. And that water vapor you can see up here on the panhandle, there was a little water vapor in the air, and that was from those dew points showed that but it wasn't too crazy, just a normal spring day in Florida because spring is coming. I'm excited. But those watches and warnings for right now, just a small craft advisory here. And also there are a few flood watches over there in the Mississippi, Alabama area. Nothing too crazy to worry about. There is a little bit of rain going to be over there. But for tonight, what you can expect, Tallahassee, 58 degrees, Jacksonville, you're at 53. It's going to be a beautiful night. Down in the south, you will be in the mid to high 60s. So if you like to go out on your nightly stroll, I would recommend it. It's going to be a great night to do that. And for tomorrow, here we go. That Sunshine State is going to be showing its way through the clouds tomorrow. High 80s all around the south. It's going to be awesome. And currently, it is 72. But right now, we are going to take it back to the desk with Jennifer and Michael.
Yes, thank you, Ariana, and we're going to take a look at some events that are going to happen around Tallahassee.
Yeah, you saw the weekend weather's looking pretty awesome, so there's a lot of events around town. Our first one is actually this lots of pizza. I haven't tried it. I heard a lot about that pizza restaurant, but I think they're like revamping it, and so they have like a discount on pizza. $3.99 for pizza, yeah.
That'd be great to head out and get some pizza.
So if you need food, I think all of us as college students need food, so.
Also on March 2nd, we have the FSU baseball versus University of North Carolina Asheville. That'll happen probably this weekend.
Yeah, so I think it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They usually have 3 days, 3-day series in baseball. So there's that, and also this weekend, it is the anniversary of the Battle of Natural Bridge, which was one of the closest Civil War battles near Tallahassee. It's just southeast of Tallahassee, Natural Bridge, so they're going to do a reenactment since it's the anniversary of that battle.
So what exactly happens during reenactment?
I think they really just like reenact what actually happened that day back in this battle happened in 1865. So we're almost approaching 150 years, 170 years around there. So they just like reenact it.
Hopefully the weather will reenact what it was like during that time.
Yeah, I don't remember the weather back in 1885 or 1865, whatever. I'm messing up my dates here.
Also on March 4th, there is a philanthropy kickoff at Cascades Park.
Yeah, let me say this right. Mioi Pinoi, if you remember, it's SpongeBob. Remember the SpongeBob paper guy he made, and so it's based on SpongeBob. Mioi Pinoi.
Let's bring things back to more local weather with Ariana. She's going to give us a look at local weather across Tallahassee.
Thank you so much, guys. Right now, we are taking a look at the rooftop. So this is, you can see downtown over there, and it is beautiful outside. Not a cloud in the sky. There's that new Love building. I saw them putting bricks on it today, but the sun is setting, and it's going to be a pretty sunset. Go watch it. But currently, it is 72 degrees in Tallahassee. It is partly cloudy. That dew point is at 55, and the humidity is at 55%. Like I said earlier, you may have felt that humidity on your skin a little bit because it was a little bit humid, not as bad as it was last week, but you felt the humidity because the dew points are high and it's humid. Currently around Tallahassee, we have 72, like I said. Quincy, you're at 68. Perry, down there, you are at 72. It is high 60s, low 70s everywhere. It is feeling like spring. Spring is just around the corner. No worries, it's coming. Currently, the humidity is around high 50s, mid 60s. But in Apalachicola down there, you're at 71 because you are on the coast, so you are getting that moisture from the sea breeze coming up towards you, making it feel a little more humid than us here in Tallahassee, but that is perfectly normal. Nothing too crazy about that. Currently, the winds are coming from the east. That could be foreshadowing that front coming in on Thursday. The winds will eventually shift, but it is not too windy outside. It may be a little breezy, nothing you can't enjoy because wind is actually very nice sometimes, especially when it gets hot out, like it did this afternoon when the sun came out. And for the pollen forecast, very polleny. Would not recommend, if polleny is even a word, I would not recommend getting your car washed yet because Tuesday, you're at 9.8, Wednesday, rising up to 9.4, and Thursday, 11.7. This scale is out of 12. I recommend keeping Zyrtec, Kleenex, everything on you. It is not chapstick season anymore. It is allergy season, so keep that stuff nearby because the pollen is out there. Don't get your car washed yet. Wait till it leaves. And for tonight, what you can expect is 57 degrees. It's going to be cloudy. There may be a little fog because that temperature is dropping towards that dew point, which is going to be making there will be moisture in the air, but not to worry, that's perfectly normal. Like I said, around 7 o'clock you can expect some fog, but by 9 o'clock it will be a little cloudy and the temperatures will be rising throughout the day, and the clouds will still be here around noon, but it's going to be a beautiful day. I'm pretty sure the temperature is rising and it's going to be great like today. So tomorrow it's going to be warming up a bit. Yay, I love the warm temperatures. It was a bit chilly today. The clouds will stick around, but they're going to move out, and the temperature will be rising. Not to worry at all. But for this week, what you can expect. You see on Thursday, 40% chance of rain, and it's 83, and then the temperature drops on Friday to 72. You can expect that cold front to be coming in. But right now, Michael is going to tell us about what is happening what is happening around the world right now.
Yeah, thanks, Ariana. Let's actually talk about that cold front. I'm going to get into this in my national picture, but right now, across the nation, it's actually pretty warm across the southern tier. Not warm as last week, a little bit cooler, but still above average. The north has been cold for a while, and it's going to remain cold for these next few days. But you can see, let's point out Texas and Oklahoma, because right now they're getting thunderstorms. This is the next front that is going to approach our area on Thursday. You can already see it start to bring some thunderstorms and some rain to Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Texas. Now, look at the water vapor associated with it. You can see all this moisture actually coming out from the Pacific. A lot of moisture associated with this front that is going to move across the center of the country. Now, there you go with the moisture. The dew points are high, 60s and almost 70 degrees in New Orleans as your dew point. As a result of that, we are going to get some severe weather tomorrow. I'll get into that in just a second. Temperatures compared to this time yesterday, not much of a change. Here in South Georgia and North Florida, we haven't had much of a change. It actually was a slight cooler compared to this time yesterday because of all the cloud cover we had today. Now, we do have a lot of flood watches and warnings due to the rain from last week, and we are expecting more rain tomorrow and into Thursday due to that next front. We do have some red flag warnings out in the west due to dry tinder and fire conditions. Here's a severe weather threat for tomorrow. Now, this is basically the same area that got severe weather this past weekend. So we're expecting basically similar things to what we experienced on Saturday and Sunday for these areas. Possible tornado, damaging winds, and large hail. But by the time it gets to Tallahassee, it's going to weaken a lot as the energy moves up north. But tonight's forecast, warm across the southern tier, basically setting up for tomorrow's severe weather event. And for tomorrow, here's the severe weather. We're going to look at Memphis and Little Rock. They're in line for some pretty bad severe storms tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But for now, let's send it back to the desk actually, let's send it to Tevin for Southeast. What do you have, Tevin?
All right, thanks so much, Michael. We've got to look at the current conditions across the Southeast, and it feels like Florida outside. Let's call it that. Plenty of sunshine across the northern tier of Florida, but also everywhere else across the Southeast. Savannah, Georgia, 61 and sunny. Wilmington, 56 and sunny. Montgomery, Alabama at 56. And Tupelo also at about 66. Little Rock is somewhat cloudy, but as we take a look at the state of Florida, in the 70s and plenty of sunshine. You can see that on satellite and radar as well. A dry sky over the state of Florida, but notice this towards the west as we get to Arkansas, North Louisiana, and into Mississippi. This thunderstorm complex moving through, bringing some more rain. And the sad news is they do not need it. Had a few flash floods over the weekend, especially Saturday. The Ouachita River, the Mississippi River starting to rise across Arkansas and Mississippi and into Louisiana. So we're going to continue monitoring that threat for flash flooding there. I actually am from that area, and a lot of my friends have sent photos of the river rising up. Several homes have been destroyed and whatnot. So we're going to continue watching that. As for the temperature over the past day, we had a warm up here in Tallahassee thanks to that brief warm up from that cold front that came through, but we had a surge of warmer air from the south and from the Gulf. But look at Orlando, 11 degrees cooler, so you can see where the cold front is actually doing more work. Atlanta, Georgia, you were about 3 degrees above where you were this time yesterday, and so is Montgomery and Tupelo, Mississippi. Light and variable winds across Wilmington right now at about 8 miles an hour from the west. Savannah, Georgia, 15 from the east, Atlanta, Georgia from the southeast at 9 miles an hour. Tallahassee at 9 miles an hour, but from the north and east. New Orleans, a surge of warming air coming in off of the Gulf with winds at about 12 miles an hour. And here's the watchings and warnings I just mentioned. You don't have to worry about too much because all this green, flash flood watches and flash flood warnings and advisories across some of the major rivers throughout Mississippi, Arkansas, Louisiana, and Alabama. As for tonight's forecast, Tallahassee, we're going to be at about 58 degrees and mild. Orlando only dropping down to 63. Miami, the warm spot at about 70. Key West, a little bit warmer at about 73 degrees. So anywhere down in South Florida will still feel like what we felt today. That's what they're going to feel like tonight. Tupelo, Mississippi at 58 tonight. Little Rock, the capital city of Arkansas, at 56. And Shreveport, 65 degrees. New Orleans, Louisiana, hello to you if you're watching. You are at 67 degrees tonight. Tomorrow, it gets a little bit dicey in the south and the southeast as we do have more showers in the area. 78 degrees tomorrow. We warm up, but we also have plenty of cloud coverage in Tallahassee and North Florida. Montgomery seeing somewhat similar conditions at 77 and plenty of cloud coverage, but 66 degrees and cooler in Atlanta with rain tomorrow. So anyone traveling up towards that way will certainly want to make note of that if they are hitting the highway. 71 in Tupelo, 78 degrees in Shreveport, Louisiana, 69 in Little Rock, Arkansas. That's a look at the temperatures and conditions across the southeast. Let's send things over back to the desk with Jennifer and Ariana.
Yeah, thanks, Tevin. And things are looking pretty nice in the southeast. Not really in areas north, like we were talking about earlier,
like
with the flooding.
and anywhere where that river is.
But on more scientific weather news, we're going to get a new satellite.
Ooh,
We're
exciting.
Yep, NOAA is going to send up the GOES-S satellite very soon. It's going to be scheduled to launch Thursday from Cape Canaveral.
At 5:02 p.m., right?
Yep,
So
5:02 p.m. is the
you
scheduled
can
launch.
make it. Go watch that. That would be a really cool thing. This is a very big deal, actually.
Yeah, it is a very big deal because this new satellite is actually going to cover the western part of the United States. Once it launches up into orbit, it'll be renamed GOES-17, also known as GOES-West, as it covers mainly the areas of the western United States as well as Hawaii and Alaska.
Yeah, I know that's hard to see a lot of that on the satellite radar now, but this thing's going to be awesome. It not only will it do that, it will also have a lightning strike monitor.
Yeah, it's going to have.
So you can track all those lightning strikes much easier. No need to do it on Radarscope, or Radarscope will use it actually probably, but this will be a very cool advancement.
It'll help with the advancements in lightning tracking as well, but it'll also monitor space weather, so solar flares that happen from the sun and also other space weather events.
Yes, you were educated on Earth weather today, but have you ever been educated on space weather?
No.
You're about to.
So NOAA says that this is the most sophisticated weather forecast technology ever flown into space. So this is leaps and bounds. It's actually the sister satellite of the GOES-16, which launched last year, covering the eastern half of the United States.
Yes, this will be very cool.
And forecast for that launch is actually scheduled to be at 5:02 p.m. Thursday, and it's predicting an 80% go rate, so it should be a nice time to head out there.
Go, go, go. Go watch that satellite get launched. But for right now, we're going to take it back to the wall with Tevin.
Go, 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 and go get outside. 72 degrees right now with partly cloudy skies. I think if you're heading out to Cape Canaveral, it should be nicer on Thursday. Hopefully no cloud coverage because we know those launches don't happen with too much cloud coverage. We want to have clear skies. No precipitation in the area, sort of like what we're seeing right now here in Tallahassee. Dew points are low at a nice 55 degrees and humidity at 55%. Thanks to some of that wind from the north and east, it's a little bit drier than coming from, say, the southwest. Satellite and radar also showing you a dry sky over the Big Bend area, Tallahassee to Monticello, down to St. Mark's and Carabel. Apalachicola, U2, clear skies tonight. Cloudy later on, though, as we will have some fog early tomorrow morning when that dew point and temperature meet. That's when we typically see saturation and we reach that humidity point, that 100% humidity point, and we can have some fog in the air. So tomorrow morning, commute with caution if you are heading out early tomorrow morning. Tonight, we're dropping down into the upper 50s. Tomorrow, though,
warming right back up past where we were today. 76 tomorrow with some clouds sticking around though. Again, warming up a bit with winds out of the south at 5 to 10 miles an hour. So it shows you the dynamics in the atmosphere when you have winds out of the south versus when they are out of the north or northeast, say like we were today. The UV index is a medium risk of burning tomorrow, so you won't really have to worry about putting on sunscreen or anything like that. We're not high at 12 or 10 or anything like that tomorrow. Gulf index also really good. Mostly cloudy and mild temperatures tomorrow with winds out of the north and east at 5 to 10 miles an hour. So get out and golf. If the golfing's your thing on Wednesday, I think you have a great chance of going out, and at least the weather will be nice. I'm not sure about your score, but we'll certainly be under par for the weather tomorrow, which is a good thing. You want to be under rather than over. Anyway, Wednesday's highest temperature in the area, 76 for Monticello, 77 for Thomasville, 76 for Quincy and Bainbridge, 75 for Carabel. Down near Apalachicola in the mid to upper 70s. Maybe they might break 80 tomorrow. We'll watch that one for you at home. Winds out of the east at 5 to 10 miles an hour. So here's a look at your extended forecast. We do have to worry about a chance of thunderstorms on Thursday as an approaching cold front comes through with highs at about 83 degrees on Thursday. So we're getting into that pattern of not only cold fronts, but also daytime heating causing thunderstorms in the afternoon. Friday and Saturday, drying out Saturday into Sunday with temperatures a little bit lower than where we were today. 71 degrees on Saturday, 70 for Sunday. Monday, 71 degrees with lows in the lower to mid 50s. That's a look at the forecast. Let's send things over back to the desk.
Yeah, you know what, Ariana? I can see people complaining about last week weather being too warm, but this week is actually feeling like March, what it's supposed to be.
It's beautiful, honestly. We are living up to our name as the sun, or maybe not earlier today, but later today, we lived up our name to the Sunshine State. When I was walking here, it was beautiful. There were so many people out on Landis enjoying the sunlight and the heat.
Yeah.
It was great. I got an iced coffee on the way here. It was perfect iced coffee
It actually
weather.
felt cool today. It felt like, it didn't feel like I was sweating outside. I was sweating all of last week.
Yeah.
But let's take a look at the 7-day again. You'll see that on Thursday, we do have those rain chances increase due to a cold front, but it's not going to be a washout. It's going to be like scattered showers and thunder, like the normal pop up in the afternoon kind of thing.
Yeah, you will notice though, but from this cold front, those lows are going to be dipping down into the 40s this weekend.
The first time in a while.
I know. That it's going to be beautiful, honestly. During the day, it's going to be warm, sunny. You're going to want to go outside. Go, go, go outside. That is the new thing.
Yeah, for me, I'm going to go to the golf course on Sunday.
Go, go, go to the golf course. Go, go, go outside. Go enjoy your weekend. And if you're doing dance marathon, enjoy that too. That'll be a really cool opportunity.
Yeah, we forgot about dance marathon. That is an important event here at Florida State, but it's going to be, what is it, indoors? So
it is indoors, but it's really cool. But look at this. The sunset. The sun is setting.
Really nice sunset right now.
Oh, yeah.
You can even see the glare off some of those high-rise buildings.
Oh, beautiful. I hope some of you guys are watching that right now. I most certainly will when I leave here. And that Love Building is looking great, and the progress is being made.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting as that, I think, less than 2 years from now. But don't forget to follow us on Twitter at FSU Weather.
And like us on Facebook. We always post things on Facebook, like social media updates.
Yeah, we are live on YouTube. That's where we have all of our shows from last few months and up into the future.
Yes, and follow us on Instagram. Tag us in your pictures. We love to see your sunset pictures, anything. We love seeing your pictures. Follow us on Instagram, please.
Yeah, and for all of us here at FSU Weather, I'm student meteorologist Michael Onen.
And I'm Ariana Goldstein. Have a great night, Florida State.